Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in New York City. What a lovely view. New York City consists of five boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and Staten Island. The population of New York City is a whopping 8,620,000. It has earned a reputation of being one of America's wealthiest cities. 250,000 people move there every year. Manhattan is the smallest borough in New York City. Manhattan means the island of many hills. Manhattan is considered to be the financial, cultural, cinematic capital of the world, with famous streets and taxis. New York was so dying Dutch, it was originally called New Amsterdam. However, the English took control and renamed it New York after the Duke of York. Central Park is 842.6 acres. It is a huge park. It has a zoo. It has bike riding, horse carriage, ice skating. It is the best park I've ever been to. I'm already out of breath. You think it's easy going uphill on a bike? Nope. They make it look so easy. We're about to ride one of those right now. Can't wait a tour on that instead of this madness. Cool! Can't wait. Some famous people's hairstylist. Just kidding. Too crowded. Subways are cool, but not that cool. I would love to be here 24/7. Be a Broadway star or something. I love my personal space. Finally seated and waiting for this cruise to start. Can't wait to get this started. When I was younger, I dreamed of coming to New York City. I wanted to live here. But to be honest with you, it is so crowded. Like I'm a city girl, but I don't know if I could just give up my car. 80% of the residents in New York City don't own a car and rely a lot on the subways. Would you be able to let go of your car? Something that you can always hear in the background of New York City is the ambulance. It's like the anthem of New York City. It is crazy how loud it is and how often you hear it. These tour bus rides were pretty pricey, but you can't put a price on a night skyline with city lights like New York. Spend your money. It is so worth it, especially if it's cold. I mean, I know my husband was freezing and eventually I let him borrow a bedazzled beanie that I had recently bought, but hey, if you're on a tour bus and it is winter time and it's kind of like raining and super cold, there is a disadvantage to it, but the advantage is the city lights. Everywhere you turn and look, it's like amazing backdrops, like the Empire State Building. We have the best tour through New York City, and the actual tour bus had earphones where you can actually plug them in and learn about the places and sites you are seeing, like in 1954 to the left, blah, blah, blah. But New York City is so rich in history that, gosh, every street, every block, there's something to discover. I feel like a week in New York City is not enough to discover. I feel like we only stayed in a few boroughs, but when we go back, I'm definitely gonna go to Brooklyn and just um, get a little more into the diversity of New York City. I feel like we stayed a lot around Manhattan area. This has to be one of the best nightly cruises. Like, geez, I just it's crazy to be on like the high top of the tour bus and look at people just walking, looking like little ants. The traffic, seeing the lights above you. It's like a Fourth of July show, except that you don't see pretty explosion lights. You just see a lot of lights and billboards. Like, New York is so lively. Like, it's literally the city that never sleeps. And another interesting thing is that, like, everywhere you walk through, you hear different languages. There's like about 800 different languages spoken in New York City. Every time, like, we walk by someone, like, I can usually understand like Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, but I'm very intrigued when I hear a language I don't know, so I just give my husband a look like, Russian? Uh, because it's super awesome. You gotta be like cultured. It's amazing learning from different people's culture and just knowing that like New York City is like the most diverse city. It's just crazy. People from literally all over are in this big city we call New York. It was definitely like 40 degrees in New York City, and it had just finished raining. So you can imagine the cold breeze air hitting your face at the top of the bus ride. But it was so worth it. These views are just everything. And the cherry on top of this picture, the moon, it was a full moon. Beautiful night. All these photos were taken by me, and the bus was moving, so sorry about the blurriness, but it is all candid moments. It's so cold. But here we are, tourist status under the big white moon.
Pepsi Cola.
Whenever I go out of town, the one thing I do love to look at a lot is the architecture stuff. It you might see it as just a building with a little thing on the side, but to be honest with you, to me there is more story to that and symbolism. The thing is
For
deciphering it.
real.
What is the allegory? Why is there this angel statue on top of the Grand Central Station? Can you think? Moscato Mama. Me and my babe want to go see a Harry Potter Broadway show, but look at the tickets. Yeah, each. No thank you. Do you love Harry Potter that much? Oh my
Just
god.
kidding. No,
I
no.
can't resist that cute face. Gosh. We're about to go costume shopping. We were thinking either something retro like 50s, 1950s, or Frankenstein and the Bride. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's find out. We had no luck finding a costume, but we will come back another day. Well, it's been an amazing day too here in New York City. Thank you for coming along on my fabulous adventures. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me and hit the bell. Don't forget, there's more to come. Whole week in New York and a week in Canada. See y'all later. Good night.